Hello, everybody, and welcome to this virtual meeting in which the situation of the recent outbreak of COVID-19 and its consequences are going to be discussed by us. Today's reunion is sponsored by various citizens like a household mother, Aylin Jaimes, a social worker, Daniela Orcasita, a distinguished doctor, Jesus Jiménez, and it will be hosted by your server, Mateo Restrepo, internal worker of the World Health Organization. As you probably already know, the disease caused by the current spread of the novel coronavirus 2019 is an infection that has claimed many lives all over the world. Around 1 out of 6 people who get COVID-19 develop serious illness and have respiratory troubles, and it can lead to death. In order to take the cautions, I'm going to ask you a first question. How has your situation been affected by the pandemic? If Aylin Jaimes could answer this first question, it'd be great.
Okay, hi, I'm Aylin Jaimes. The pandemic has affected me to a great extent since I used to go out a lot to share with my friends, with my family, everything. Then it is something I can no longer do to avoid the contagion. It is also difficult to go in search of food because we are always exposed by the COVID-19, and you find outside people who don't take measures to prevent the virus and who don't care about the consequences that this may bring to others. That's what I always try to disinfect everything when I get home to avoid the spread. I think it is also difficult for me as a household mother to be governed by the measures imposed by the government, since there is no much freedom to go out to do pending proceedings. Thanks.
Okay, good afternoon. I'm a worker, so I think that the pandemic has been affecting the worker sector because it has been causing a lot of jobs for many people. Sometimes many of these workers are in jobs that already carry a relative high of level of stress. So during an outbreak, they are often required to work a longer consecutive shifts than a typical 40 hours work week. And I think that the COVID-19 or coronavirus has been changing the pace of life of people.
Okay, good afternoon. I'm Jesus Jimenez. I'm a doctor in my city, and I have experienced quite interesting things at this time of pandemic. As you know, we doctors and all health personnel have been the first line of defense during this pandemic, and we have not seen the risk for or of losing our job like many people in the world or in my city and the rest and everywhere, because currently we need more doctors, but physical and mental, uh, we have a, a lot of problems because we spend many hours of the day working in a hospital surrounded by people who is infected. And on the other hand, we are being discriminated by people in the supermarkets, in the streets, in restaurants, in places where we have been dressed like health personnel.
Okay, thank you very much for your answers. Now, what do you think is the best solution in order to manage or control the infection rate of this COVID-19?
Okay, me as a citizen, I think to handle this situation, as I said before, I try to not go out too much to avoid future symptoms and or coughs, sneezes, everything that they have let us know in the news. I also wash my hands every 2 hours, as we have been told, and avoid being in places that can be very crowded by people. I think crowds are something that we have to avoid at all costs if we want to control the situation and be free again.
Okay, as authorities have already been informing and to prevent the spread of coronavirus, it's really important to use a mask, wash your hands frequently, maintain a social distance, and disinfect the objects that are around. But I see that many people have been forgetting to practice these biosafety protocols, but providing help us that this disease doesn't spread quickly and so we can go back to normal in a good way.
Okay, nowadays a drug has not yet been created by any laboratory of the world. And in fact, for protect us, because we are in close contact with the virus, we use anti-fluid suits, we use masks, we use glasses, we wash our hands, we clean our shoes and disinfect all our belongings while washing our hands, or we keep a distance of 2 meters and we don't visit any close place where the virus can spread.
Right. Thank you very much. Well, since the infection can be spread by, let's say, through coughs or sneezes from people infected, or by touching any surface that can have probably the virus, um, the government has given these advices to avoid infecting, avoid the people from infecting, such like washing your hands constantly and with soap, and also wearing masks whenever you go out, and staying at least 2 meters away from people, as well as staying at home as much as you can. It can help to stop the infection of more and more people. So I think this is all for this time. Um, Keep yourselves and everyone around you safe. Take care, wash your hands, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.